and welcome to the Salty Boys Podcast.
Deep lore with Captain Fargus.
The Salty Boys Podcast.
One.
Welcome. We shouldn't start it like that again.
Jesus Christ. Well, no. If we started it like that again, we would also have a song, but we don't have one of our two songsters, so
That's true.
we can start however we want.
That's true.
Fucking America. We can start shit however the fuck we want.
We got political so fast.
Fucking send a rocket into some goddamn Iranian general's apartment whenever the fuck we want to. Who gives a shit?
All right, welcome to the Joe Rogan podcast. Is that
Can we
right?
do a
Is that
acapella version
Joe Rogan
of
experience?
Don't Stop Me Now by Queen?
That's why we're here.
Mikos, can you provide us a beat for that?
Ain't got no beat, Captain.
2 beat cotton.
My
Not
beat,
as good as
my
3
beat
beat.
only got 3 chord notes, Captain.
Let's get an actual introduction real quick. So we're doing a deep lore podcast today. On my left is the captain, played by Mikos.
That's me.
Oh, that is your left. I was like, that's not your left. Oh, that is your left.
Yeah.
And on his left, this is AR. I'm playing a different character today. I'm playing Quinn Keen, but I'm using Big Nick's character sheet.
This is still Crunk. I still have 2 thumbs.
Yeah. We're gonna
I am
get some,
Mahk.
we're gonna get some like fun backstory on the captain and Mahk's prior working relationship. So I'm kind of excited for that.
Maybe their other relationship as well.
Ooh. Oh, all right.
Well, the captain was emasculated the first time he met Mahk in the campaign, so.
Well, we shall see. So we're gonna start just right away on the open ocean. You as a crew have just made it through a storm, and so there's a bit of a lull and a bit of time for you to catch up. You have like 2 other crew members with you. One's a cabin boy who like climbs up the rigging and does some of like the smaller knots. And the other is named Oliver, who you worked with in the past. Your destination is Thraxada Island. Why are you coming here?
Well, I'll start. Quinn responded to an ad for wayfinding with Fargus. So Quinn joined him, and he was originally sailing aboard his small fishing boat, the Chewed Mast, which is currently... We're on a much larger ship. Captain, would you care to fill us in the name of this ship?
This is the ship I've named previously, correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, it's the SSS.
Thank you. We're not going to make you spell it again.
Or the if you just say I'll get what you mean.
On board the...
It's
That sounds like steam escaping.
it sounds like a wave crashing on the shore.
We're phonetically naming our ships now.
Yeah, all our ships are onomatopoeias.
So Quinn's boat is docked in the hold of the... because it's a little fishing boat.
Yeah.
So Quinn needed to make some more money for his family to support his 2 young sons, one of them being Dad-fron, Dad-fron Keen, who is one of our other players.
Yes.
So I'm just along to earn some money. I didn't tell the family. I was just telling them, like, hey, I'm going to go learn how to sail the open seas, because I've just been a near-shore fisherman, and I kind of knew that we were going to get into something a little bit more risky.
Yeah. So I imagine the captain is serving as the captain on this vessel.
Yup. As per usual.
Also serving as the alcoholic drink disposal.
Yeah. If there's any extra rum, we know where that's going, right?
Aye, where's all the rum gone, lads?
What is Mahk's role?
He's kind of making sure the other people don't screw up. And if they do, they get hit.
Yeah, sounds like a quartermaster.
So
Yes,
at this
that's
point,
exactly what I said.
is Mahk working for anyone?
Well, would he be employed by the captain?
A lot of like pirate crews were actually like sort of like commune, like democracy kind of setups, where like the captain is the executor, but like everybody kind of has like a vote or like an equal say.
That sounds good because Mark doesn't like to be bossed around too much. He kind of like, captain's in charge. So he lets the captain tell him what to do.
Yeah. So
This ties into him being a cleric because like some like monks, they're stationed at like universities and stuff. So like his like cleric positioning was like go be a pirate and kill people.
That's amazing. What a charge. Captain, have you shared with the rest of the crew why you're going to Thraxada Island?
So I feel like the above board answer that everyone's gotten is just a routine like resupply on our way to our actual destination. I feel like he's probably shared with Mahk though the real reason why they're stopping. I feel like Captain's probably got like some sort of. I feel like this is a the captain in his prime of his smuggling career. So I feel like this is going to be the next stop on him to pick up his next shipment of disassorted goods. And I feel like he's kind of him and Mahk sort of have a under the table deal going on with splitting the profits for that.
So at this point, is this the first time we worked together, or have we done anything previously?
I feel like we've probably met before, but this is probably our first time like setting sail together. So this is sort of our inaugural business partnership.
Our first time.
Yeah.
Seems like you guys
Q
kind of
Foreigner.
like,
She's only 17.
that's statutory.
And dwarf years.
Okay. Wait, isn't that worse?
I don't know. How old are dwarves?
The ones are like really old, like they live forever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a 17-year-old, air quotes, can't you guys see what I'm doing now? It's like, I don't know,
But
80?
So, excuse me. Seems like the captain and Mahk work pretty well together when they're like in sync. And probably this first trip goes pretty well as you guys are kind of like on your A game, you're trying to impress. Maybe not impress each other, but like enlighten me how each of your characters kind of acts professionally, like under pressure, especially since you just came out of this storm.
So the captain kind of stakes his pride on his ability to read other people. Mahk scares the shit out of him because the captain can't read Mahk at all. Mahk is a fucking closed, padlocked book, mystery shrouded in an enigma. And Captain doesn't like that.
It's like a piece of sheet
Yeah,
music
and I
with
was
more than
gonna
one
say that.
sharp in the key.
So I think Mahk picks up on that. So when Captain like gives him quote unquote orders, like Mahk follows through with them, and Captain's like okay with that, but he's like he feels like Mahk's only doing it because Mahk would have done it anyway.
That's about right. And Mahk is he only really finds thrill in combat, and that's his whole purpose is just to fight people and hopefully win. Sometimes he gets the shit beat out of him. Sometimes he does. Well, I'd say most times he doesn't. So when he's just running the crew on the ship, it's like being a robot on autopilot.
I was gonna say, yeah. So he's his sort of like general disinterest is like interpreted by a lot of people as like a simmering menace. Like
That sounds good.
he's like scanning over the crew. Since I apologize, I forgot we were on the SSSS. There will be a couple more.
S.
SS. Oh yeah, S.
There's 5 S's.
5 S's. There would be more crew members, so I'm gonna add just one more, and that's the ship cook. One famous Shamish McTavish.
Sheemish Farkin McTavish.
What? And you're coming from the galley. The sound of like banging pots and pans as an angry dwarf comes charging up the steps. Lost half of the stew last night.
Sheemish McFucking Tavrish, if you're mongering on my door without a haggis on a stick in your hand, you're in for a beating of your lifetime, Sheemish McTavrish, McDougal, McHarris, McLaren.
Looks like to me you're outsourcing your beatings now. And he kind of looks over at Mahk.
I don't need to be outsourcing nothing to be kicking your ass across me poop deck, lad.
Growls low, and if I weren't making another stew, I'd beat you now. And he like quickly like makes his retreat to go back to the galley. So professionally, Shamish like passes you an inventory of like things that they lost in the storm. It looks like you will be able to make it to Threxata Island, but you won't have enough supplies for the journey back.
So Mahk scans this over, and as he's apt to do, he makes a note of it and puts the list in his... Do pants at that time have pockets?
Sure.
Okay, sure. So he puts it in his pockets, and he just kind of looks at the captain and says, "Do you have a plan to resupply?"
So the supply to the island is there is actually plans to actually resupply once we get there. It's just the nefarious underdoings are sort of happening behind the scenes. So Captain's kind of like, what all are we lacking according to our Celtic cook downstairs?
Well, most of it looks like a recipe for some sort of stew. And then, of course, the grog, and there's vegetables, lots of potatoes, something about rats, and just general supplies.
It sounds about right. So what kind of budget are we looking at for our resupplying?
You want to check the coffers?
Yeah.
You go back into your cabin. It's like a meager captain's cabin. It's nothing illustrious. You go to pop open the coffers, and just like a single fly like comes flying out. Like, oh, when did that happen?
Hey, that's where the rum's gone. And he kind of takes a swig from his own personal stash.
It's like a McTavish Reserve. Like, it's the good stuff.
Gotcha.
So it seems like basically you'll need to have some sort of come up on Threxata Island to make this happen. So hopefully that happens.
Gotcha. So, all right. Well, we've got a couple of options here. Either we've got to be procuring some supplies legally, or we're gonna have to do some five-finger discounts, if you know what I'm saying.
So, yeah, let's. We're gonna skip a little to the macro scale. Dad-fron. Quinn Keen.
The Dad-fron. Ha, you did it again.
I did it.
You did it too, rather.
I thought Keen, and I was like, my brain instantly went Dad-fron.
But then
Quinn
you're like,
Keen.
Dad-fron.
Dad-fron.
Dad of Dad-fron, a.k.a. Dad-fron.
Dad-fronson. So, let's see. Let's get, since you are training on piloting a ship, go ahead and make 3 dexterity checks for piloting.
All right. This is going to suck.
Yeah. Makes sense. You're learning. Oh.
All right. I'm anticipating this to sound amazing in the mic because this D20 weighs like a pound.
Yeah.
Oh, satisfying.
Thunk.
The first one is a 15.
Okay, not bad.
Next one is a 9.
Okay.
God, I almost hit my laptop. The last one is a 16.
Okay. The first 2 days go by like extremely well. The third day, I feel like normally you exchange like piloting and shifts, but being on the third day, you're still learning. It seems a little bit harder, and you see a cloud off in the distance that's a little darker than the others, and you think maybe you'll be able to skirt around it to kind of get a bit of a boost, but it doesn't work out so great. In fact, before you know it, this low dark cloud, let's see, begins to like move on its own accord, and before you realize it, you've sailed into a swarm of quippers. Quippers are
This thing's for your fingernails?
they're
What?
they're like
Things you use on your fingernails?
Fingernail quippers.
Thank you, Randy Newman.
My nails are so long they gotta be quitted.
Let's have an initiative off.
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
jumping right in.
Dad-fron has a 4.
Captain
10.
rolled a 21.
Straight in the middle.
What'd you get?
10.
10? Okay. We'll go Captain, Mahk, and then Quinn. Captain.
So what is a quipper?
That's beat me to it.
It's like a dark blood-sucking spirit. Dark spirit. It's like a negative energy mosquito.
Is it dead?
It's not undead to my knowledge. Let me check on that.
So then it's dead, and we win.
It's a tiny beast. So it's I guess closer to a mosquito. You want to give me a nature check? I'll tell you some more.
What's my nature? 0.
Well, that's better than mine,
14.
I think.
You know that they have. They're often like the minions of vampires, or mummy lords.
Oh, so it means we're going to die.
And even druids cannot charm these swarms. Their aggressiveness is borderline unnatural. So, however, you know that they aren't that tough. You guys may not be totally outclassed.
All right. Well, Captain can't look like a giant pansy in front of his new buff colleague friend.
Yes.
So in order to get Senpai to notice him, as it were, he's going to kick one of these little quippers off of his poop deck.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Damn right I can. I'm the fucking captain. All right, am I rolling? So am I just...
What do you want to do?
I'm kicking this guy.
You're gonna kick it?
I'm going to kick it off
Yeah.
the deck.
But we're engaged in combat, so
Yeah, roll a hit.
Just going to make an example of this little quipper. Make the other ones quip in fear. That's a... All right, am I proficient in my feet?
You are.
All right. So that's a 13.
You hit one.
Oh, right. I'm guessing that's a D4 for toe beans damage.
It actually does 1 damage flat.
1 damage flat.
Yeah, it sucks not being a monk.
All right. So if with the intent to like kick it off the deck.
Yeah. So you could. They're small. It's a swarm.
I mean, just kick one off the deck.
How big are these guys?
So
oh, they're like little.
they're little tiny. They're tiny.
Oh, they're teeny tiny.
Yeah, but it's a big old swarm of them.
Oh, okay. That would have changed my whole game plan.
It's okay. I mean, you
one
kick
of
it.
those tiny little
You
things
hit
off the
one.
deck.
I aim for exactly one out of the entire swarm.
And you do it. You kick
So,
that thing.
so what are these like? Are these bee-sized or what?
Yeah, they're like bees. They're like mosquito.
God.
They're like vampiric mosquito bees. This is the first time I've heard of them.
Oprah bees.
All right. So I've successfully kicked one out of this entire swarm. I feel like my finesse
99
should be
quippers on the
regarded
ship
for all
to
the
go.
ages.
It's like
99
you've
quippers on
eaten-
the ship.
It's like you've eaten one Dorito.
So I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna blame this on my recent sickness, but they're aquatic. They're aquatic creatures. So they're like devilfish that like jump up out of the.
Okay, we'll RP
So-
that. They're flying fish.
Yeah. That
I was going to say Captain fucking jumped in the water and kicked exactly one quipper
one fish in
Off
the
the
head.
ship.
off the ship.
From the water.
Oh yeah, you knock him off the ship for sure. As you kick it, it like swims back and like rejoins the swarm. You definitely heard it, but these things seem like they're pretty tough.
Hey, Mark. These things seem pretty tough to me.
Next goes. If you jumped off, they're going to attempt to swarm you.
Did you jump off?
Sure, why not?
Oh, that's okay. They're not going to hit you anyway.
Fucking Captain.
Very nice. So, swarm space. Okay, so yeah, the swarm like moves to engulf you, but you're able to like kind of swat those thoughts.
You smell so bad they don't want to.
Mahk, you're up.
So are these things evil?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, unaligned. Sorry.
unaligned.
They seem evil as shit to me.
What a perfection from evil. Protection from evil spell work.
What's the spell description?
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, phase, whatever. Grants several creatures of those types have disadvantage. It just says against certain types of creatures.
And then it lists like aberrations, fae,
Celestials,
undead.
fiends, and undead.
Yeah, unfortunately, these are not any of those.
Okay, back to the drawing
Kind of
board.
lame. Yeah. I don't understand how these aren't like
so they're,
evil.
They're demon fish that are the servants of an undead boss.
Yeah, but that are just beasts. So like I guess like how Dracula commands wolves and bats.
Okay.
Those wolves and bats aren't necessarily undead.
Okay,
Right.
second question. Spell casting. Can that be done as a bonus action, or like how's that work? Is that your entire turn if you cast a spell?
It takes your standard action, unless specified otherwise. Some spells take a bonus action. Usually says in the casting time.
Okay, if it says one bonus action, you can do a standard action and then a bonus action? Okay. As a standard action, I am going to swing the shit out of my sword into this giant swarm of things trying to cut a lot of them down.
All right.
16.
16. You'll hit. Go and roll some damage.
3.
3. So as you like swipe into the swarm, they kind of like part and disperse, and you only catch one. So it seems like they're resistant to the kind of damage that you inflicted. Quinn.
Sorry, bonus action, cast Shield of Faith.
All right, on yourself or
Yeah, definitely.
cool.
It's all about me.
Quinn.
Okay. So are these animals?
They are beasts. Yeah.
So that's an animal.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really do anything anyways. I had a plan, but I mean, it's such a bad plan for me to try anything. I have a -3 to animal handling, so I'm not going to go there.
Oh,
Yes,
that's the
it
try
does
and
say-
lasso one and mount one.
Even druids cannot charm these swarms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like unreasonably aggressive. I guess they're like piranhas.
Yeah, piranhas. Okay. So there's a whole swarm of them, and they're water creatures.
Yes.
Man.
Burn them with fire. Set the boat on fire.
Simmons isn't here, so I can't quite do that.
And they are occupying the same space as the captain right now.
Yeah, I know. I don't have
Burn
any
the captain
magic
with fire.
anyways. I guess I'm just going to take both swords out and go at them.
All right. Quinn, like a hero, jumps off the boat. Starts.
That is a 13 for the first one,
That'll hit.
and an 18 for the next one.
That'll hit.
All right. Do I get sneak since the captain's engaged?
You do.
Nice. So that is 3d6 for the first one. I'm sorry, this is going to take a while. I only have 1d6.
I've got a
right.
shitload of d6.
I have some you can't read very well.
Just roll them all, add it up.
How many
Nice.
do you need?
2, 4, one more.
I have one more.
Oh, good God, this is a lot. So I hit with both swords.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. I only get sneak for the first one, so...
Really?
I'm gonna-
Oh.
Well, yeah, sneak only counts once. It
Okay.
doesn't count for each sword.
Oh. Are you sure?
I don't think it does.
Is it the first attack in the round? You do have the player handbook.
Yep. Time
Let
out.
it be known that this fucker denied had DM
Game
permission
on.
to roll all those d6.
Hey, you know what? I'm just trying to play the rules appropriately, okay?
rules.
We have
I
listeners
appreciate
to
that.
this podcast that are some people other than the four of
Let
us.
the
so-
comments be the rules police.
Come on, they had something.
You noob.
Hal Sparks playing D&D, and he cheated every single time he had to do something.
I mean, we can
Page
just say we
96.
get sneak on both
I
swords.
literally opened it up right up to the. Once per turn, you can deal an extra x DC damage. So
You dingus.
X, so like 10d6?
I appreciate your honesty.
Okay.
The head's
What?
a 1.
Oh.
It's a munchkin die.
6, 10, and 13.
13 total.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you make a series of like expert strikes, and although you knock out some of them, they appear to be like quite resistant to this sort of attack. Captain.
Does the boat have cannons?
No.
Shoot them with the cannons.
Does the boat have ballistas?
No, sadly not.
Trebuchets?
God, no cannons. Captain's gonna have to. Captain's a fucking greenhorn.
There
Getting
are
on
siege weapons that you
getting on
can
a-
eventually get.
a boat without a cannon on it. All right, so Captain's still splashing around the water. Dad-fron is with him. Does Captain notice that his swords aren't really doing a whole lot?
Yeah,
All right.
you see that they're like pretty tough.
I mean, it sounds to me like these might be magic foes, but I don't know that we are magically equipped.
This is a bit of table talk, but the nature of swarms are that they generally have resistance to like standard attacks from weapons. Like in a movie where you see like the swarm of rats is like
Right.
encroaching on the hero, and they like swipe at a couple of them. You can only kill like one at a time. Kind of.
Yeah, that's all really Captain's got, so we gotta be a little
The
clever.
one time we could really use an unnecessarily large explosion.
Yeah,
Did
And
this on
neither of our
purpose.
explosivists are
yeah,
here.
that's true.
Big Nick and Francis are yet to join this merry crew.
Good God. I hate to say it.
Got the analysis paralysis.
No, I know exactly what I need to do. The
Okay.
Captain's not going to be happy to do it.
Okay,
Mark has an idea.
He needs fucking Shamish McTavish.
you call on the ancestral horn.
Except it sounds more like a fart.
Yeah.
So,
Especially underwater. Just,
right.
like a single bubble comes out.
It's
so
one of those magic bubbles where it bursts and then the
and
sound
then the
plays.
sound ends, yeah.
all right. So first, Captain wants to try and like clamber back up, up the side of the boat to get back on the deck.
Yeah.
So do I got? Is that like an athletics check?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Oh, thank God I do have athletics. That's a 21.
Yeah, you do it.
All right, cool.
Expertly.
So clamber on up. Seamus, where is Seamus McTavish McDougal?
What in the dwarven piss do you want?
We've got a swarm of undead beasties here, and I need your kid culinary expertise.
He comes like barreling up with a with the half-filled stew pot. So that's what he's
Stew
doing.
with them.
Yeah. He's gonna prepare to do something on his initiative order, which is right now. And he just pours the rest of the stew into the water. Chum the waters, Captain. And like throws the pot behind him, draws a cudgel, and is like ready and waiting.
A cudgel, you mean a frying pan?
Yeah. It's just the spatula.
No, you mangy Scots git. We need an open flame.
Well, why didn't you say so? That's his turn. He is gonna get attacked by some extremely inept. Oh no, they actually do hit. Okay.
What
Now
is
I
Seamus'
need
armor
these
class?
-3.
Thankfully,
Two?
He's a farkin' Egypt.
yeah. I need like one more, or two more. Dude, half of this podcast is gonna be me like looking for dice right now.
I mean, half of every podcast is me begging other people for dice. I get my own pack, and then I needed to roll like 1,000 d6 at once.
Yeah, I need to see. Are we gonna have like a time break? It'd be pretty funny if.
This is where we have our ads. So today's podcast is not brought to you by anybody. We're doing this entirely by ourselves, and we'd like to tell you about that right now. So, Mikaz,
Yeah.
tell us about that.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Party City. Please purchase supplies from Party City. Their stocks have went up like amazingly well in the past 3 weeks, and they've made me like $30. So
Nice.
I'm part owner, motherfuckers.
Damn.
with $30, are you like chairman of the board for Party City?
I should be at this point.
Yeah, $30.
I'm going to go in there and be like, I own you.
So you figured out how bad Shamish got it. He took 13 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's been like swarmed. The Quipper's like jumping out at him. Chumming the water apparently just aggravated them. So he has a couple like clamped onto his body. He's like swatting at them. Mahk.
Is the stew flammable?
All right, Simmons.
Should it be? I mean, should he be
I think
feeding
you
us
may
flammable food?
give me a quick perception check. Normally it's like an action to do it, but I just want you to.
It'd be funny if it was literally just like a whole pot full of oil. Like he was trying to serve us oil. Hot oil.
14.
You think you found out where the rum has gone?
All right. I don't have any spells
Seamus
to
is
create
a
fire.
fucking dead man.
Is there anything on board that's fiery or can create fire that we can just throw into that stew?
Like a lantern?
Yes. That's lit. Okay, I'm going to grab one wherever it's at.
Okay.
And toss it over the edge into the new rum slick.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and make like a ranged attack to like launch the lantern.
What's the ranged attack?
It's gonna be a D20 plus your dexterity.
Oh, wait, that's not 20. Ooh, 19.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You land it exactly where you want. The door like kind of swings open before like the water overtakes the flame, and there's like a thin layer of fire where the stew was poured into the water. It looks like maybe it worked. We'll see. Quinn, you are
Hopefully.
now in the water.
Right.
And there's a fire pool.
Hopefully I'm not on fire.
And
All right.
this is how Dad-fron dies. Mahk did kill him.
Oh my god.
He said it was a kraken.
Oh my god. All right. Dad-fron needs to GTFO the water.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm going to do for my turn. So athletics to get out
Athletics.
the water
Athletics with disadvantage.
because I'm on fire.
Because you'll have to like avoid the fire somehow.
Well, that's a 4.
Okay.
So
Go and roll again. It could be worse.
that's an 8. That's an 11. So 4.
Okay. Yeah. So you're barely like clinging on. You're trying to avoid the fire. Mainly, most of your time is spent trying to avoid it. Captain.
All right, I'm gonna grab a rope if I can find a rope on deck. I want to grab one.
Yeah.
I want to like quickly kind of fasten it to one of the sides and then toss the other end down to Dad-fron so we can get up.
Yeah. If you're still close to Shamish, he goes, "No, the fire will travel up the rope, and then we'll all burn."
Then let us burn in hell, Seamus, for you doomed us all with your misactions. I don't know what misactions means, but we're
It's
sticking
okay,
with
I
it.
like it,
God
yeah.
damn it.
He's the captain. You toss it overboard. You'll get advantage on your next athletics check to climb.
Yay. Dad-fron's not going to die in the fire.
Speaking of which, Shamish.
Oh, did you...
What's up?
The swarm?
Yeah, they go after Shamish.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Shamish is gonna like wildly flail about trying to like hit some of them and not do it. Swarm, you're in the water. 17.
Yeah, 12. My armor class is...
You take 12 points of damage.
It's a whole lot of 12 on this podcast. Is this episode 12?
I think it's like 8.
Yeah, it's 8.
Oh, and doesn't he take fire? No.
It's going to be
not
season
yet.
1 episode. No, it's actually going to be a bonus episode, so it's not going to be. It's going to be numbered by me, but not by the.
8.1.
Anyways,
8.5 remix. We go by the Kingdom Hearts numbering.
HD
HD
725 over Q days.
all of our episodes
Squared.
are just
It's a
7.
differential equation.
All of our episodes are just 7.
7.
That's it. They're all
Love it.
7.
Sorry. Mahk.
He's gonna grab that rope and jump the hell over with one arm, not all the way in,
Okay.
and try and get to Dad-fron and help him up.
Okay. Cool. Quinn Keen.
All right. So do I get like 2 D20s worth of advantage now?
He's got
Savvy,
a
you just
triple
get
D.
advantage, but you will avoid the fire damage because Mahk is going to be pulling you up.
All right, GTFO time. That is a... These dice are hard to read in low light. That is a 5.
Okay.
That is a 9.
Okay.
You need
Well,
better dice.
just barely, you're hoisted out of the fire, and you feel like the flames of the tongues of fire like licking your backside as you're like hauled out, but barely by your own strength. I mean, you've been piloting the boat for 3 days. It takes a lot of effort, upper body strength, to move the entire boat's wheel, and you feel your muscles giving out. And Mahk grabs your hand as you slip and fall with the quippers like jumping at you below. It's a very like action movie scene. It's very cool. Captain.
All right. How are these swarms looking?
Still okay. Still pretty healthy.
Are they? Is Seamus still like swatting a bunch away?
A little bit. They've moved off of Shamish and they are going after Quinn.
All right. Captain's gonna take a look over at Seamus and take a swat at one of them with his sword. If he happens to hit Seamus in the head in the process, it's gonna be like there was a bug on you.
Okay.
It's a 1.
Yeah.
We kill Seamus.
You can't, though, because of continuity.
Yeah. You knock him out. Like just right on
You
the spot.
lobotomize Seamus.
Captain Callisto goes,
And that's
oh
why I
no,
actually-
Seamus! Oh no, Seamus! No! Oh God! No! Don't die! Oh no! This is so terrible! Oh no!
Is this why he acts so differently now?
Yeah. He wasn't a violent man before now.
Oh, sure.
Oh man!
That's oh, that's kind of common. Well, there's a 1, but sadly, that's a 19. So something now that there's blood in the water, something special about these creatures is that they have advantage on attack rolls against a creature that doesn't have all of its hit points. So
Which is me.
yes, hit is 4. A hit is 4d6 or 2d6. If this one. Fuck. Well, I just lost a dice. That's fine. That's 13 plus 4. That's 17
Oh
damage.
my god, I'm very dead. Wait, so
So we're using Nick's rules.
Quinn's a half or sea elf, but Big Nick's a half orc, so I
Yeah.
can drop the 1 HP instead.
That's correct. Yeah, we're
Can I
going.
use
We're
that?
going with your rules. Yep.
All right.
We'll call it pilot's resiliency.
Nice. It's the sugar necklace, actually. Saves me.
Yes. You sacrifice it and throw it in.
Aw. Poor sugar necklace.
Yeah.
Some foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Well, is it foreshadowing if we already talked about it in the past?
It's aft shadowing.
More like
Is it port shadowing?
foreshadowing? Oh my God!
Mock.
He's going to try and get this guy over the railing.
Okay. Yeah, you haul him up the rest of the way.
Okay. What else do I get to do?
Whatever you want to do.
Dungeons and Dragons, man.
Tell me
Well, I
what
mean,
you
like,
want.
how many actions do I get? Okay, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go downstairs and fix myself a bite to eat and grab a little bit to drink. And then I'm going to come back up and I'm going to take a swing at the swarm
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
after lunch.
Cracker.
1. Oh, no, wait. 4. That's my
Yeah,
proficiency
It's
bonus.
gonna not hit.
Okay, and as a bonus action, I'm going to
You
say...
wanna do that channel.
No, not that one. The one where I just get another bonus action because I'm a cool war cleric. I'm going to swing again.
Okay.
23.
Well, that's a 20. Yeah. So because it's a 20, that means you double your weapon damage. So yeah, go ahead and do that.
Do I roll twice or just double it?
I usually say roll twice. Why not? Oh, sorry.
I'll take the double. No. Double the bonus as well? Or just...
I normally double. Sure.
Just double everything.
Sweet.
Is this a
6.
D&D podcast or a fucking math podcast? Christ cracker.
I don't do numbers, man.
And then we take the square root of that and apply pi.
The swarm is looking like it's got less numbers in it, but it's still there.
Very descriptive, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Quinn.
All right, Quinn is dead, so I'm going to use my rogue ness. I'm going to run into... So I assume that our ship is built like most ships, how there's like the main deck and then there's the deck on top of the captain's quarters.
Yep.
So I'm going to run up. So conventional weapons aren't doing the trick. None of us have magic. The only thing I can think of, and did the fire do anything or just like serve as a distraction and almost kill me?
It looks like it did something, yeah.
Okay, is there any other sources of fire left on the ship that I might be able to light an arrow?
There's another lantern. Whether you can... you can light an arrow.
Okay, so I'm going to go from the deck. I'm going to go onto the top of the captain's quarters, and then I'm going to light an arrow. Or, actually, let me know if I can do this. So there's a swarm.
Yeah.
So it's kind of point and shoot.
Yeah.
Whenever you get swarmed in a game, usually you go for the shotgun. So in lieu of shotgun or blunderbuss, can I knock multiple arrows at once?
I would say not arrows, but if you had like a slingshot or something that had like...
You could put a bunch of shit in it.
If you like a slingshot, you
Okay.
could use like flaming pebbles or something.
Load the cutlery.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm just going to knock an arrow with fire, and I'm going to shoot it at the swarm. And by the way, bonus action will be to disengage,
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
to hide and not die anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can, go ahead and shoot.
Might need my phone upright to see my character sheet. All right, do it for the crits. That is a 14.
That's gonna hit. Roll your
All
damage.
right.
In lieu of piercing damage, I'm gonna say you just do fire damage with the flaming arrow.
Do I get sneak? Mahk's engaged with him.
Yes.
All right, so
How many you need, big boy?
the first 2.
How many?
Both of them. 8.
8.
Yeah.
All right. So you do significant damage to them. You appear to have like bypassed their resistance, if there were a mechanical aspect of that or something.
They're actually machines. This is now a steampunk podcast.
Captain.
Captain has a rather dark idea.
Okay.
So
Gonna sacrifice Seamus.
That's not dark. That's
he's
just
got
normal.
his first idea. You said these guys are like servants of like vampires, right?
Some kind of like dark entity.
Okay, so his first thought was going to be to tell him that they weren't invited on his ship. Because,
Okay.
like, you tell a vampire they're not invited, it's like, oh, fuck, I can't go in.
Well, yeah.
Then the
but-
captain's like, that's a stupid idea.
But they have already like jumped onto the ship to attack.
Right.
and
Maybe they just didn't know
vampire
that.
familiars can be. You don't have to. Like, if you're a vampire familiar, you don't have the same rules. So.
You're familiar. But then Captain had a better idea.
Uh-huh.
Fire seems to be working. We have a very flammable, unconscious dwarf laying on the deck.
His blood alcohol content just means that he'll burst into flames.
Exactly. What if we light Seamus on fire and throw the flaming Seamus onto the swarm?
Flaming Seamus. Thank you for the new bar name when we get back to
Flaming
Oh my
Seamus.
god.
So
Okay.
that's what Captain's gonna like, quote unquote, trip. Oh no, Seamus, not into the fire! And he kind of kicks him 5 more times.
Okay.
So he kind of rolls him over.
Okay,
Just
hold
to
on.
singe the beard a little bit, not to like raise his entire body. Captain's not that dark, but
Is the new Seamus like the guy from Beerfest where he dies and his brother comes back that's the exact same him and the exact same actor?
Yeah, what if we get a paradox? I don't know.
so he's just trying to like singe the beard a little bit because let's be real, it's a little unkempt. He's been talking about like doing the dwarven like the short beard is kind of the beard chic now. So
Right. Okay.
he's just delaying the inevitable or The opposite of delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, so you do cinch his beard. It looks like maybe it's like smoldering sort of at the edges.
He kind of grabs his ankles and starts kind of like Super Mario 64. And like, oh no, Seamus, no.
So
don't-
long, gay Seamus.
So long, flaming Seamus. It's like, oh no, I hope I don't let go of the so long, gay Seamus. And then like, fling him into the swarm.
I'm gonna give him a chance to wake up, given that his beard is on fire and he's being thrown off the boat.
Oh,
This
of course.
is also Seamus we're talking about.
So he's got a 17. Let's see if he can do something about it. Okay, can I get an athletics check?
Another contested athletics.
What are you doing? Part of the ship, part of the crew, motherfucker.
Captain rolled a 20.
Okay, yeah. So he goes to like grab your wrists as you throw him to try to like take you with him. And like in slow motion, you see him like being launched back. And just the face of like pure rage is
Fiery rage.
yeah, this is the this is the start of an ancient
Very long
grudge.
running.
a very long running and that's the as he's being launched into the water, it's like the last you'll be seeing of him for a little bit. He lands in the swarm and appears to the fact that he's a little bit smoldering appears to maybe work in his favor.
Do I get sneak attack to that fire damage?
Against Seamus?
No, he's using Seamus as a weapon.
I feel like Seamus is now
He's engaged.
against his will engaged against the swarm.
That was quick.
Yeah, it was like a body bludgeon, so that's like a strength based attack, which does not apply sneak attack damage. Mahk, you're up.
He's kind of disgusted at what he just saw because the captain took a guy that was passed out and tried to throw him overboard, and he should at least be awake before you try and kill him. I mean, at that point, it would be honorable.
I mean, he woke up while he was being tossed. There's a technicality there.
Then he goes ahead and just starts swinging his sword again.
Okay.
How many more are like trying to come up over the edge?
They appear to be like half of the swarm is gone.
Okay, well, they don't appear to be doing anything to me, so on with the sword swinging.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Can you light your sword on fire?
2.
Oh my god. All right. There's too many ones. I have to add. Now. This is ridiculous. Can't believe I have to do math. Let me add this properly.
You have to do long math, not quick math.
Well, this is before he got the new
Okay.
shiny sword, so this is a sword made of paper.
Yeah. Paper mache. It dissolves in the water. Next
Quality
is,
product for a sailor.
Right. Quinn, you're up.
All right. Quinn likes his whole not getting directly engaged thing. He likes to be alive with 1 HP. Quinn's gonna knock another flaming arrow.
Okay. Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Quinn is the Senate.
Shoot it.
14.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. Roll your damage.
2d6. Seamus is engaged, correct? Well, the captain is.
Yeah.
So that is a 4, 7, and 7 plus 4 is 11.
11. You destroy the swarm.
Yeah!
Nicely done, Quinn. Seamus disappears under the water, not to be seen again.
Oh no, not Seamus.
What a shame. Must.
Da.
Wow.
That's the end of the show. No, sorry, we got a little more.
We've killed one of our most important NPCs before we've even started our campaign.
I love it.
And we all implode in a time paradox. The end.
Yeah.
Captain knows we're close to shore.
Speaking of which, you guys want to sail off?
I mean, well, I'm gonna like.
There's
look-
a fire next to the boat.
Right. Let's like lightly sail away. But I'm interested in like peering and looking if there's anything floating in the water left over that's not on fire. Like
A lantern.
that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. We can leave now.
Mark's gonna grab the steering wheel and get us away from the fire. 'cause
Alrighty.
he
All right, I
pilots
feel like
vehicles.
Quinn's going to bed.
I feel like before we set sail, Captain is gonna like cut off one of the supports for one of the lifeboats and drop it down.
Okay.
For Seamus.
Very nice. Yeah.
He accidentally cuts
like a small raft.
He accidentally cuts off the supports for the chewed mast.
Just drops
So
the
he
chewed
gives
mast.
my boat to Seamus.
That'd be funny.
Not before stabbing a fucking hole in the
I was gonna say, yeah, the
ship.
chewed mast is the only.
You're on borrowed time, Seamus.
Yeah.
Cuts it open.
As he's like cutting it, like Seamus's head pops up, and then the boat just drops out. Oh, Captain! That was a very visual joke that I just said on a podcast.
Yeah, you did.
So you guys sail off.
For those of you that are only listening, because that's everyone, he took his pants off and peed on the table. That was the visual part.
I did. That was the joke.
And that's not the first time he's done that today.
Everyone laughed. Yeah. So the course is set for Thraxada Island. You'll have a day you'll have the night to rest, and you should get there early in the morning.
Is that a long rest?
It is a long rest. Yeah. So you go ahead and reset everything that you have.
Captain didn't lose a single hit point, guys.
That's good. So I think these things they get advantage. The equippers get advantage if you're like missing health. It's a really like good but crazy strong ability like against player characters. You guys are gonna be really sad, but that was only a CR1 encounter. So that's like
Damn.
4 level 1 adventurers are supposed to be able to take that swarm.
Well, yeah, but we also have no one that had magic.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
their whole weakness was... that was a burp. That was a nasty one. Their whole weakness was like anything but the only weapons we had.
Right.
I maintain we also had Seamus on our team, who counts as like -3 players.
Fair enough. Yeah.
He's weighing us down, literally and metaphorically.
Yeah. As you approach Thraxada Island, it's kind of a like stereotypical Lost Island aesthetic. It's got a volcano. It's shaped in sort of a crescent with a bay. You can see what looks like a dock and maybe a settlement or a couple palm huts in the distance or on the inside of the interior of the crescent. So yeah, you make your way. The ship easily sails in to the sheltered cove, but you see that the huts are smashed and destroyed by something fairly large. In the center is a giant post that has been stabbed into the ground with some kind of note written on it.
Well, what's the note say?
It's an invitation.
Ooh, a party?
It simply says, "Welcome to the hunt."
All right.
Mahk looks over at the captain. Is Dad-fron with us?
Yeah.
And he just kind of peers at him. And he's wondering, hold on, he says, so are we the hunters or are we the prey?
Captain kind of like scratches his beard a little bit and goes, I wonder if this note was even left for us to begin with.
Dad-fron pipes in and says, I've hunted and fished my whole life. And I've never seen prey that can do something like that.
So you hear what sounds like heavy footsteps from like inside the jungle, deeper within. You can see large humanoid shapes kind of like moving around, and you think one of them is dragging like a large stick of some kind. It's kind of hard to make out what exactly this form is, but it's larger than any like human sized creature you've seen.
It's Big Nick.
I feel like it's time to hide, see like what's coming, see if we can like.
Let's go after him.
Bonus action to hide.
Yeah, do that. So you guys want to hide? Go and roll stealth. Mahk, what do you want to do?
Run after him.
Okay, charge into the
Is
forest.
stealth under dexterity?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's got its own category.
Yeah, I
I
see
think
that.
this is the first time I've asked for a stealth roll from
Yes,
the
you have.
rogues in the party.
Yes, you had.
A rogue who doesn't have stealth. I got a 14.
Not bad.
I also have a +0. I got a 13.
Yeah, you guys are pretty able to like hide behind some of the wreckage of the huts. Mahk, you charge in, and you see before you 4 ogres. They all appear to look at you sort of hungrily, but they hesitate. They don't attack as you charge at them. I assume like weapon drawn, like you're ready to go. and he like stop looking at this incredible threat in front of. Well, it's incredible. It's stacked odds against you, at least.
What are they dragging with them?
Like big old clubs,
Oh,
big old sticks.
Sticks are flammable.
well, we don't have the explosioner
One of
here.
them kind of laughs like, "Look at the little man."
Mark looks at all of them and just yells, "What are you guys running at?
Oh, you come to join the hunt.
What's the hunt?
The hunt. Thraxata's hunt.
Who's Draxata? What are we hunting?"
Thraxata is the island. Thraxata is the leader of the island.
So what are we hunting?
The hunt occurs at night. You should seek Thraxata in the cave.
Okay.
And
Sorry,
be
did the ogre say
careful
that?
when the sun goes down.
So
and,
where's the cave?
Start to leave.
So we should seek Thraxata's cave.
Yeah, so the three in the front sort of like go on like sort of waddling, dragging their sticks, and the last one like lifts his like very heavy weapon towards the volcano where you see there's steam rising out of the top of the caldera, but you see another billowing bit of steam and smoke coming from sort of the an area at the foot of the mountain.
Mark yells at him, just say like, "Hey, can we join you?"
Ta! You couldn't keep up.
I would kill all of you.
Good luck tonight, then.
And then he's thoroughly satisfied. He's got this big smile on his face. He actually looks like he's having a good time. And he turns around, and there is no captain, and there is no Dad-fron.
Yeah, no backup whatsoever.
Hey, we've got our little short bows peeking through the holes in the wreckage we can see.
Yeah, I was gonna say the ogres are loud enough. You definitely at least heard their part of the conversation. Yeah, we'll say there's like a bit of a clearing that you could see through,
Yeah.
given that you hid.
All right, so they're gone. I'm gonna. I assume I'm just gonna assume that we hid behind the same piece of wreckage. So I, as the captain gets up to leave, I reach a hand and grab his arm and say, "Captain, I have to talk to you."
Oh, Dad-fron, I don't know what you've heard, but I don't play for that team, if you know what I'm saying.
Quinn just looks really confused because Quinn's a really clean-cut guy up to this point, so he doesn't get the
Oh, I bet you are
entendre.
quite trim down there, but I'm still not interested, lad.
Quinn's just utterly confused and says, "Anyway, I have to tell you that I didn't say anything before we got here, but now that we're here and I've seen what's happened, I know of this isle. I know of, because it's shaped like a moon. A moon.
It's
So-
crescent, that's for sure.
That's true. So Dad-fron says to the captain something to the effect of, I know that this island is bad news. I can't really explain right now why, but we should spend as little time here as possible."
Aye, I agree. I've got some personal reasons to be here as well as professional ones, so as soon as we've taken care of our business, we'll hightail it back.
All right, that's all I needed. So let's go
Mock's
join
walking
Mahk.
back to where these guys are at, and he's just shouting out loud so everybody can hear. And he said, "Hey, cowards, where are you at?"
Captain's looking around and goes, "Oh, that's not very nice." He looks around.
Your position is revealed.
He looks down at Dad-fron and he's like, "He's just started."
Nice.
And then he goes on to explain about what the ogres were yelling about, even though they probably heard.
Yeah. They didn't get your side of the conversation, probably, but
And he's like, "Well, they say there's a hunt, so we should join them."
Can we loot the huts?
Damn, Dad-fron's
Yeah.
clean cut.
at
Let's
a
steal
first
everything.
glance, it looks like everything of value has been picked clean, probably by these ogres. And now that you see like the kind of damage that's been done, it looks like these large sticks were probably like brought down. You see like some drag marks in the sand that looks like people were dragged out, and who knows what happened to them. But yeah, these huts have been like destroyed. Everything of value stripped clean.
So Captain sees no trace of like where his shipment would have been that he was supposed to pick up.
I mean, there's a path that goes towards the volcano.
So that's our only lead then. Do we have trustworthy people like watching the ship?
Well, you've killed one of them.
Oliver and the cabin boy.
Seamus, that was a net profit. The food will actually be edible.
And
now.
let me tell you something else about that piece of shit.
Goddamn Seamus.
His stew is just rum and fat.
It's like has
Rum
to be
fat.
at least
No, it's
like,
rum ham.
has to be- yeah. Rum ham and milk steak on the menu again.
Love it.
It's literally beef tallow and rum. That's it.
God,
So-
for it to be flammable, like it would have to be almost at least 50% rum and have like a good quantity of like burnable oil, right? Like,
No, it's
Yeah, I mean, if it's literally just tallow and rum, that's
disgusting.
flammable.
That's
Yeah.
90% rum, 10% ham.
I mean, you can light like cooking oil on fire pretty easy.
Yeah.
Especially olive oil because its smoke point is like 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. So you guys are pretty able to follow the path.
Yeah, Captain, like we're not going to be able to make it without those supplies. So I mean, the captain needs to get his payload anyway. So it's like if the paths our only lead, we got to follow it.
Yeah. So kind of chopping through the jungle takes you most of the morning. You get to the mouth of a cave by like the middle of the day. Smoke and steam like billow out of the mouth of this very imposing cave. It has sort of spikes of stalactites and stalagmites on either side. As you enter the expansive cave at the foot of the volcano, steam billows from cracks in the cavern walls. Deep within, you enter an antechamber where an ancient red dragon slumbers on a pile of golden coins and treasure, with one wakeful, terrifying eye fixed on your movements as you enter. Expectantly, it waits for your call.
Mahk's really excited. He wants to fight it. So he's just going to look up at it and say, "Hey, dragon, what are we hunting?"
You will address me as Thraxata.
Okay, Drexata, what are we hunting?
You hunt something of mine. The voice like speaks in the back of your mind. As the eye is like trained on you, you feel this like sinister malice.
And?
Everything on this island is mine. You will hunt something of mine and bring it to me.
Okay, so what are we hunting? You have to tell us what we're going to go hunt for us to be able to kill it and bring it back.
Quinn puts his hand on Mahk and says, "I think he wants us to just free for all kill anything."
The ogres?
Says, few are so impudent in my presence. Even the ogres aren't as impudent as this small one before me now.
So first, Mahk's nickname is the stretched out one. Now he's the small one.
My God sends
Why not
me...
both?
He looks at the dragon and he says, "My God sends me to fight." And that's all.
Fight you will, but I'm the only god on this island.
He just kind of smirks and gives a little and just kind of lifts an eyebrow up.
The dragon has remained completely motionless, save for the eye that like tracks between the three of you. He says, "If you survive the night, we shall see. Good luck with your hunt, and bring me something of value."
So Mahk's like super excited. I know the captain and Dad-fron have probably pissed themselves about now.
Well, Dad-fron is rather actually steeled. That you don't know why, but
So what does he know?
he can't tell you.
Captain is Captain is thankful he wore his brown pants. He's kind of shitting himself right now.
You do see a series of boxes in the corner that is like labeled. That's your shipment over there.
All right, so yeah, Captain's immediately looking at that and trying to like find a way to get out of here.
I say there's a number of things that look like pretty good in here. I mean, this is an ancient red dragon sword. There's a ton of shit in here.
So Captain kind of looks at the dragon and goes, "Aye, quite the hoarder, aren't you?"
He didn't respond to that.
Interesting.
It is nothing to have. It is everything to keep.
Hey, that's pretty deep. You might want to start speaking more plainly. We're not but simple pirates.
That may be.
God damn, this dragon strikes a hard bargain. It's like, how'd you come across this vast array of treasure here?
Years of collecting.
So, how long would you say you've been on this island?
That's a good question. This is DM talking. That's a good question. What does the captain know about like dragons? Like how long they can live?
Probably nothing.
Yeah.
Actually, Dad-fron's going to jump in here and say, we're just going to pretend like the dragon didn't answer that question, just stared.
Okay.
Dad-fron looks over and says, the better question to ask is how long has this island been here?
The dragon tracks its eye from over, and but answers your question by saying, "I am a god, longer than time immemorial."
So
we know. So Dad-fron knows this dragon made this island.
Captain's really confused as to why Dad-fron is all of a sudden like really woke to this dragon's whereabouts, but he kind of keeps that to his chest for now. Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, you win there, Red Scales. What's in it for us if we make it through the night?
Your lives.
I've had narrow scrapes with death before. Gonna need a little bit more skin in the game than that one.
Mahk's going to interrupt their conversation and say that if we're hunting for you to bring you something, then we should get something in return.
I said everything on this island is mine.
But what do we get for the hunt?
That includes you.
I only belong to one god.
Like I said, there is one god on this island.
So,
All right, you can quit your pissing contest now. You want us to all kill each other, whatever. All right. My question is, what's to stop us from taking on my boat, all right, and sailing off this island?
If that's what you wish.
Captain is very confused.
does Mahk have this sneaking suspicion? Oh, God. Suspicion that since this
Somebody got
dragon
into the room.
keeps saying that it's the one god, that maybe this might be Proka?
It is not Prokin, for
Okay.
sure. Give me a nature check.
Ooh. 4.
The only thing more... it'll get you this, at least. A 4 will. The only thing more legendary than a red dragon's ability to rain destruction on things is its pride in itself, basically.
And the only thing more legendary than that is its acting skills.
Okay,
Full
so
sooth.
he's thoroughly not impressed, and he's going to let the captain continue with his line of questioning.
I was hoping someone would pick up on that, but we'll leave it for later.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Captain's getting a lot more questions than answers right now. He doesn't like to be in that position. So I think with that, unless anybody else wants to talk to old Flamey Breath here, I think Captain wants to kind of like make his way out of the cave.
Okay.
Mahk will go with him. He's ready to hunt.
All right.
So, so you said the dragon's name is also Thraxata, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Dad-fron knows one of his secret names.
Okay.
His secret name is Jericho.
Okay.
That's like his middle name, I guess.
Thraxata, Jericho, Thraxata.
Yeah. So Quinn sticks around, I imagine.
Quinn says, I know...
Lingers for a bit.
I know... Linkers.
Yeah, let him-
Every time oh God, every time.
Yeah.
So he's like, I know your game, Jericho.
The eye trains on you, but does not respond.
I'll stay if you let those leave.
I think your destiny is beyond this island, but you will always belong to me.
All right, and I leave.
Okay.
I was trying to barter for your lives, but didn't work.
Yeah. So you guys get to hunt tonight. So do you make any preparations?
Well, the first Captain's first thought is all we had. The dragon didn't say we had to hunt anything in specific. We just had to make it through the night. So what's to stop us from getting on the boat and just like shoring up there, where we're like fortified and have manpower?
Yeah.
Well, Mahk wants to do that, and he's going to suggest to the captain that we make a little trap on the shore side where those huts were at, and we can put up little straw dummies that look like Mahk, the captain, and Dad-fron.
So it's like the end of Blazing Saddles.
I
but like
love it.
D&D edition.
And then we can do a semicircle around the beach with something that we can light on fire with Dad-fron's flaming arrows.
They won't.
Yeah.
They won't figure it out until they kick the wall over.
And
Yeah.
pay the toll booth.
That's so cool.
Someone's got to go back and get a shitload of dimes.
I love it.
So
Yeah,
set up a trap so that way, if we're hunting,
Yeah.
how else do you hunt?
So I heard like straw dummies in the hut, like fire arrows. You want to set up like a flame trap to like whatever shows up. You want to be able to like light it and then burn, like from the safety of the boat, like launched off. Is that right?
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Okay, I love that. We can montage that. Using hammers and nails from the ship.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
There's our theme song again. "Eye of the Tiger" by Whitney Houston.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's my favorite singer.
It's the eye of the tiger. Jesus Christ!
Beautiful. Beautiful pipes. That's me every time.
Best deep lore is so deep.
This is the best deep lore.
The deepest.
Oh my God!
So, what happens is you guys set up these traps. Sun sets over the Crescent Island. You guys have pushed off and wait. There are a few torches set up on the shore so that you can see, where the straw dummies are. And after a while, it looks like a couple of ogre scouts have like rolled up and are like checking out what's going on with these lights. And it looks like there's a large hunting party of them. Appears to be. Can I have perception checks?
Does Dad-fron perceive them to be wearing merit badge sashes?
16.
16.
Captain's got a 10.
Actually, 18.
Sorry. Where's perception?
Under wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh. Dad-fron has like almost jack shit. Sorry, I have a -3 on perception, so
Okay.
that is math is hard 8.
Okay. Mahk, you count 23 in their number. 23 ogres.
That's exciting.
They are all gathered and sort of like perfectly placed.
That's a lot of layers, people.
To fall victim to your trap.
Nice. Well,
Have they made it to the straw dummies yet or found out that there's anything wrong?
I think they're like right on it.
He's going to tell Dad-fron to light him up.
all right. I assume I have to make a shot.
Yeah.
All right, here goes nothing, gentlemen.
Hold on. Before he does that, what does Bless do?
He gives him a D4 to add to his D20.
Okay, I'm going to cast Bless on him.
Yeah. So go ahead and make your D20 roll. Add a D4 to your result.
It's the pyramid one. It's the pyramid
Oh,
scheme.
this one.
It should be a pretty easy shot, but you never know.
These
Under
numbers
pressure.
are weird. I don't get it.
The one that's on top. So when you roll it, that would be
Oh, I get it now.
that'd be a 2 because 2 is the
Okay.
one that's pointing to the sky.
Gotcha. Okay. So D20 plus 4 plus D4.
It's like Smash, but totally different.
Tell me you didn't roll a 1.
One. He sets the boat on fire. We all die.
So according to my character sheet,
The captain has a better ranged arsenal than I do.
Wow, I was going to say, if he sees that Dad-fron's messing up, he might want to step in.
the captain has a luck stone. Technically,
Do you want to invoke the luck stone?
oh, he's gonna let me invoke it. I'm invoking this fucking luck stone.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm
I'm going to add the D4 to
this
the
time paradox.
advantaged D20.
You are bound forever now.
Another one.
No, thankfully. That's a 7 plus D4 gives me a...
8.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dear God,
So the good news is you don't just fire a flaming arrow into like the center where it doesn't hit the trap. it falls short and hits the water. So like one of the ogres hears like a tss as like the arrow like sinks into the water and stops burning. So like one of them looks out and like thinks they see like maybe what might be a ship. You got one more chance.
And then
Jesus Christ. All right, I'm done.
Mark's
I don't know
gonna
why
look
you
at the
guys
captain and
volunteered
say-
me to do this.
Dad-fron can't do it. You need to.
All right, lad.
Now.
There's a time to learn and a time to watch. Captain's gonna take this next shot.
You know what? That's my fault. I didn't demonstrate for you.
Watch and learn, Greenhorn. Watch and learn as Captain rolls another 1.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
And you used the luck stone already.
All right. Oh, okay, that's much better. That's a 22.
Okay, yeah. You land the shot in the remnants of the rum, and a series of explosions lights up and covers the ogres in pitch.
Somewhere far across the world, a half-elf wakes with a smile on his face.
Man, there's something in the world I wish I could have seen right now.
He felt an explosion in the force.
Francis is like a Jedi, but it's for explosions. He can just feel
It's like-
explosions from around the world.
It's like 1,000 voices cried out, and then were silenced, and it was awesome.
It's like 23 ogres cried out at once.
Exactly 23.
Exactly.
He knew how many.
Captain sheds a single tear for the rum, but it was a necessary sacrifice.
Right.
Just like
and
Seamus.
immediately retracts it for Seamus.
Suck that back in. Yeah, they burn until the ones that lived run off, the ones that didn't lie in cinders among the ruin of the old settlement. You still have a few hours before sunup.
So now we wait.
Yeah, Dad-fron's not
know.
going anywhere. Dad-fron has been turning up, like, I've been turning up some shit,
Yeah,
so I'm not contributing anything else.
totally fine.
I would suggest that we might want to loot their corpses when the sun comes back up.
Sure. If you want to wait till dawn, you can.
Yes.
When you make landfall again, 17 of the ogres have been killed.
Good shit.
Yeah, very good. Most of them just have like loincloths, great club, like that's what they had. If you like, and some javelins. Some of them had sort of long, sharpened sticks that they could use to throw. That they probably would have used against you if you were a little closer. So, yeah, what would you like to do?
If Mahk was humorous, he would put on the loincloth, dance around, and say, "Hey guys, look at me." But
Yeah,
he's
it's
not,
like
so he
extra
didn't.
big.
It wears like a full robe.
Yeah.
Also, it probably might not be the best idea to touch those.
Is there how many of these ogres?
Aggers.
Jesus.
them aggers at?
How many of these ogres can we drag to that dragon?
You can like take trophies from them, like ears or their heads or
Ooh,
toes.
let's take heads.
Yeah,
Dad-fron's a little
17
sensitive
heads.
about ears,
Yeah, fair enough. I
being
get it.
elvish.
I totally get it.
Captain Captain delegates this one all to Mahk. It's a little more up his alley.
And he seems to be enjoying himself.
A little too much. While Mahk is beheading all of these defenseless ogre corpses, Captain sets his gaze upon Dad-fron and wants answers. All right there, Keen. How come you know so much about dragons and islands and such mystical things?
I don't know much about dragons. I know much about this dragon and this island.
All right, well, I think it's about time, as part of your course, to be shedding some light on this.
Captain, I can't tell you much right now. There's a lot of things you don't know about me. I mean, we've not known each other for that long. This is only the second excursion we've had together, but there were things that I did before I had a family, and things that are now coming back and affecting me and those that I had once had adventured with long in the past. The one thing I can tell you is the shape of this island is not a coincidence.
So Captain's kind of like stroking his beard a little bit and goes, They say whenever You've got a rotten body part. You've got to chop off the one limb to save the rest of the body. And then Captain draws his rapier and kind of puts it at Dad-fron's throat. Says, I need answers, or you'll be getting amputated if you catch me drift.
Well, Dad-fron says, if you take that through, you're still not getting answers.
Aye, but I've got one less rotten body part to be worrying about.
My understanding was the last rotten body part you had, you lit on fire and threw off the boat.
Listen, losing Seamus was a net positive to the entire crew, and you damn well know it.
Also, might I remind you, speaking of rotten body parts, you might have also left my boat to that rotten body part. So we can call it even if you'd like. I will tell you what I know when the time is right, and I promise you that's soon, but I can't tell you now. Basically for secret scroll reasons.
So he's got his knife. He's still got his rapier up to his throat. I imagine his confectionery necklace is kind of hanging off by his neck. Mm-hmm. He kind of does a quick swipe and flings the necklace back over to him and kind of pockets it.
All right.
Before he pockets it, he kind of shows it to him and goes, "Think about your children, Dad-fron." And he kind of puts it in his pocket, and then he starts headed his way over to Mahk.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad-fron says, "That's all I'm thinking about is my children and my friends' children."
There you go. Very good. So you can enter Thraxada's lair once more. The dragon has not moved, but the watchful eye stares at you, and your mind can't help but wander and feel a crawl under your skin, as if you can. Your mind is involuntarily imagining what it'd be like to be engulfed in dragon fire.
Mahk takes a rope full of 17 ogre heads.
Yeah, I imagine they were like tied together in like a long
and
train.
just over his shoulder drops it in front of him, and he's covered in ogre blood, and he says, "We hunted."
And you survived the hunt.
Of course we did.
Mahk is my favorite.
You think you hear maybe the sound of like a tone of like being pleased from Thraxada. You have added value to my hoard.
So now, I know my friend here, the captain, has some crates he's looking for that you seem to have back there.
These
You
mean
owe
nothing
us.
to me and add us nothing. And I owe you nothing. For a sudden change in tone, I am the only god on this island, and I do as I see fit. The crates, like in the corner of the room, suddenly like shake off dust and move towards you to within like 2 or 3 feet. You would do well not to irritate me further.
Mahk just looks at him. He's wondering what it'd feel like to punch a dragon. But he's a lot bigger than him. So he kind of looks over at the captain and he says, "Is this what you came for?
Kind of gives him a quick nod.
Then let's be on our way."
On top of the crates, perhaps unintentionally, you see that there was a pile of sticks next to the crates, and a few of the sticks have 3 of the sticks have spilled onto the crate. You see that the pile over there is like a skeleton of perhaps some old wizard has been like haphazardly tossed onto the pile of sticks. But on closer inspection, these sticks look like wands. And Thraxada has not taken notice that some of the wands have fallen onto the crates as well.
Sounded like they were Big Nick's blanket at first.
Yeah.
Big Nick's not in this campaign. Dad-fron's going to sneakily, with sneaky rogue sneaking, grab those wands
Yeah.
before he notices.
Yeah, you can.
That's it?
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. You get it.
Just 3?
There's 3 of them.
All right. So, I thought I had somewhere to go with that, but I clearly don't. I think at this point, Dad-fron's just gonna look over at Mahk and say, "I think it'd be best to mind the words. Let's not irritate the dragon any more than we need to."
Mahk just kind of looks at him. and then turns and kind of heads towards the entrance of the cave because they got what they came for.
Yeah. A final word. You have a new identity to assume.
To whom? Quinn? All right.
This isn't your first, and you will not remember like before. But my assets in the Empire need overseeing. You will be taking the identity of someone close to the captain. As you guys are like carrying crates back, Quinn and the dragon are left on their own in the cave. The red scales sort of color shift into blue, and before you is a younger blue dragon. It morphs into a half-elf, the appearance of a half-elf with like deep sapphire eyes, and it approaches Quinn. It says, "You'll be taking the appearance of a half-orc this time.
Oh shit!
One close to your traveling companion." And he hands you a piece of parchment detailing with a picture of a half-orc and, in air quotes, Big Nick written on it.
Oh, shit.
I got plot holes right now.
And that's where we'll call it for tonight.
Oh, shit. All right. Oh, by the way, before we stop recording, obligatory Gladiator reference.
Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Simmons. Hey, roll me over. Simmons. Hey, guess what? I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Krog. It's the Salty Boys. And I will always love you. And truly, it's not bourbon. And etching!